This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Wednesday, the 20th day of January in the year 2021. I'm Gordon Mosley. Here's what we're tracking tonight. The general manager of the Demerara Harbor Bridge, Ralston Adams, has tendered his resignation, according to the Minister of Public Works, Juan Edgil. The minister said he held 2 meetings with the general manager since his resignation. Minister Edgil is slated to meet with the chairman of the board of the Demerara Harbor Bridge and senior management to facilitate the handover by the outgoing general manager. The resignation by Adams follows an investigation into the operations of the asphalt plant, which is managed by the bridge company. The audit found evidence of misappropriations in the management of the asphalt plant and several questionable deals with government and private contractors. The procurement of a bracelet in 2019 for almost $900,000 for the general manager as a gift with funds from the bridge was also flagged in the report, which said the purchase was approved by the general manager himself. He has since made moves to pay the money back for the International Men's Day gift. While the Minister of Public Works appeared to welcome the decision by Mr. Adams to resign, there is no move on the way as yet to name a new general manager.
I'm having a meeting at 11 with the senior management and the chairman of the board to facilitate a handover, takeover.
Minister, do you have anyone to replace him as yet? Who will take up his duties and responsibilities?
We're going to just have an interim arrangement.
It has been reported that there are others who could face termination, but Minister Edgil would only confirm that there will be significant changes in both the management of the bridge and the asphalt plant.
There will be significant changes in both the management of the bridge and the asphalt plant.
The minister did not say when the additional changes will be made. More news coming up in just a moment.
People we have
weathered every storm
and risen to every challenge.
Because it is the people of Guyana
that gives it its strength.
All the people,
regardless of race,
class, or religion.
We are one people, one strength.
And now is our time. A time to rise. Together, we rise.
Mobil Special and all other Mobil lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Mobil Special and all other Mobil lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc.
Our Comfort Inn and Guest House is your home away from home. Located at 1277 Central Amelius Ward, we offer comfortable, affordable, air-conditioned, self-contained apartments with high-speed wireless internet access to make your stay luxurious. Whether you're overnighting, spending the weekend or longer, you're guaranteed satisfaction. Our hospitality is second to none. Rent our newly installed deck for your wedding, birthday party, or any other occasion. Call us today on 442-4186 or 672-2035 or 684-9009 for bookings and more information. R&R Comfort Inn and Guest House, where your comfort comes first.
Mom, what are you doing with GPL on your list?
Child, you forgot I have to pay GPL?
You got time with GPL?
I have to keep these lights on. The customers who think in that manner and refuse to honor their obligation to GPL are obviously not playing their part in ensuring quality service delivery. So, I will continue to pay my GPL bill on time, every time.
I recognize the value of your point, Mom. You were right.
GBTI is your Guyanese bank, a bank that understands every customer's unique needs, opportunities, challenges, and financial concerns. At GBTI, we see you for you. Whether you're buying a new home or car, planning your next vacation or retirement, saving for your child's future, or whether you're ready to take that bold step of investing in your dream business idea, we are with you every step of the way. We hear your stories and watch you focus on your dreams as we share your aspirations. We are more than just banking. We are a family. We are part of your community. Our commitment extends way beyond the walls of our branches and is demonstrated every day in the opportunities we provide to our individual and business customers. The support, time, and commitment we give back to communities across Guyana to help improve the lives of our Guyanese families. Because we see Guyana through your eyes.
Fuel it up and drive, super 95 to the. Fuel it up and drive, super 95 to the. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive!
Mobile Special and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Mobile Special and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. The Attorney General's Chamber has filed court action against Guyana's largest contracting company, BK International, over alleged breaches of its contract with the government for the construction of the Yarrow Cabrera Secondary School. The government has moved to sue the company along with its insurance company, North American Fire and Life, for over $700 million in liquidated damages and monies owed for contractual breaches. The Attorney General is contending that the BK company should have completed the construction of the school within 12 months. With that not done, the Attorney General believes there has been a major breach in the contract. The court documents state that VICAB Engineering Consultants conducted an assessment and found that only 5% of the works had been completed after 5 months. In November, the government informed the company that it was terminating the contract. BK is challenging that move. Now the government is also seeking damages for trespassing against the construction company, since it remains on the site even after the termination of the contract. The contract for the construction of the school was signed back in 2019 under the previous government, to the tune of more than $600 million. The construction firm Courtney Bent Contracting Services Limited is now under the radar, after it was revealed today that the firm was overpaid some $120.6 million for preparation works for upgrading of the East Coast Demerara Highway from Le Bon Intention to Bellevue-Acting. The total upgrade was pegged at $349 million, with the company receiving its first payment at the end of December back in 2013. However, by the time it was all over, the government of Guyana realized that the company received more than the agreed total and began making efforts to recoup the overpayment. By the end of 2016, the company owed the government $110 million. The contractor was written to make restitution of the outstanding debt in September 2019 and again in 2020. According to the Ministry of Public Works, the contractor never responded. The ministry stated it is continuing to implore the contractor to pay the outstanding sum, which now stands at $100 million. The last payment was received in December of 2017. The revelation was made during the examination of the Auditor General's report for the Ministry of Public Works for the year 2016 at the Public Accounts Committee. Engineer attached to the ministry, Nigel Erskine, explained that the overpayment came as a result of a revision in the scope of works. He said when the contract was awarded, it included the construction of concrete revetment on the northern side of the road. However, when the project got underway, there were some difficulties in procuring the requisite material. That led to a revision of the contract to allow the use of timber revetment. The timber revetment is much cheaper than the concrete, thus resulting in the overpayment. The engineer could not immediately state when the revision was done, and that led Opposition Member of Parliament Ganesh Mahaipal to surmise that it is unacceptable that a contractor was overpaid such a large sum, and the proper answer could not be provided. The Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Works, Vladimir Prasad, said the Attorney General has been written to on the issue and for action on the matter. Letters were also sent to the contractor multiple times. The Permanent Secretary said letters were sent in 2017, 2018, and twice in 2019 and again in 2020. In 2013 and 2014, advance payments were made to the contractor totaling over $260 million, representing 76% of the contract sum. The permanent secretary at the time, Balraj Balram, was asked why the contractor was given 76% advance payments. He said he could not provide an answer at this time since he is not in receipt of all of the information. The current permanent secretary said since he assumed office, he has taken a decision to cease all contracts with regard to the contractor, since there are other similar cases. The Ministry of Public Works is now looking at legal action and a possible move to block the contractor from future government contracts. Let's tell you now that as Guyana continues its fight against the coronavirus pandemic, more help is coming in from some of its friends across the world. The government of Guyana has received a field hospital from the government and people of Qatar. The field hospital is expected to assist in the provision of care for persons who are infected with COVID-19. Late Tuesday, a Boeing C-17 aircraft arrived from the Republic of Qatar with 60 hospital beds and mattresses, 12 air conditioning units, 60 pillows, 60 blankets, 8 carpets, a generator, 20 respirators, 20,000 types of small and large medical equipment, and a diesel tank. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony and the delegation, including the Presidential Advisor and National Security Captain Jerry Gavaya and Army Chief of Staff Brigadier Godfrey Bess, were on hand at the Chedijagan Airport to receive the field hospital. Local authorities had initially earmarked the compound of the West Demerara Regional Hospital at Best Village for the establishment of the hospital. A decision has since been taken to place the field hospital in the compound of the COVID-19 hospital at Liliandal. President Irfan Ali last evening expressed his gratitude to the government and people of Qatar for their generosity and support in donating the COVID field hospital to Guyana. Guyana has confirmed more than 7,000 cases of COVID-19 with 170 deaths. Most persons have recovered from the illness. Recoveries stand at almost 6,200. Guyana today surpassed 7,000 recorded cases of coronavirus since the first case was recorded in the country last March. Based on the latest information coming out of the Ministry of Health, the country passed that milestone when it recorded 65 new cases in the past 24 hours. Those new cases take the number of active cases in the country to 543, with the majority of those persons in home isolation. The number of new cases continue to climb, however, and officials believe that the country is still seeing the spike from over the holiday season. On the police blotter, the Guyana Police Force is currently probing the death of a 33-year-old man whose decomposed body was fished out of the Kanji Creek days after he went missing. That is Joachim Peters, who worked as a laborer. He is originally from Friendship on the east bank of the Demerara. It is suspected that the man might have fallen into the creek on Friday evening and was unable to make it out. Investigators have so far been unable to verify whether there were any marks of violence on his body because of its decomposed state. The body is at the funeral home in Berbice, awaiting a post-mortem examination.
Been through it all.
But as a people, we have
Weathered every storm.
And risen to every challenge.
Because it is the people of Guyana
that gives it its strength.
all the people,
regardless of race,
class, or religion.
We are one people, one strength.
And now is our time. A time to rise. Together, we rise.
Mobil Delvac and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc. Mobil Delvac and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Salt Guyana Inc.
to the impacts of the global pandemic, COVID-19, across our nation, essential organizations like us have chosen to adopt innovative approaches to meet the emerging needs of our customers while protecting our employees. Here are some quick tips to make managing your GPL bill easier while we practice social distancing. To register for electronic billing, you can use the e-billing tab on your website. To access your bill balance, you can use 4 options: the website live chat at gpl.net, the online inquiry on our website under billing, SMS freedom by texting your GPL reference number to 624-0400 or 608-8400, or call our call center at 226-2600. A message from the Guyana Power and Light Incorporated.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right, walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong, be the one to live right.
Mobil Delvac and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Sol Guyana Inc. Mobil Delvac and all other mobile lubricants are distributed by Sol Guyana Inc. Across the region right now, Barbadian students will be taking their issues with the Caribbean Examinations Council and its controversial 2020 revised testing and grading to court. The spokesperson and coordinator of the Group of Concerned Parents of Barbados, Paula Ann Moore, announced on Tuesday that the AG's law chambers will be representing the group pro bono. In a release, she urged hundreds of students who still have discrepancies with their first grades and secondary marked CSEC and CAPE grades to contact the firm via email. She said since September of last year, students and their parents in Barbados and across the region have suffered the inexcusable fallout of CXC, CSEC and CAPE results, which were manifestly flawed, and which has occasioned mental angst as well as material dislocation in the form of loss of scholarship opportunities, university acceptance, and more. Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador has urged the U.S. to make major reforms to its immigration policy, as thousands of migrants were blocked by police in neighboring Guatemala. Mr. López said he was hopeful that the new president will agree to work with Mexico and other countries on the issue. About 7,000 migrants, mostly from Honduras, have entered Guatemala. They hope to travel on to Mexico and eventually reach the U.S. border. Every year, tens of thousands of Central American migrants try to reach the U.S., often on foot, in groups known as caravans. They say they are fleeing persecution, violence, and poverty in their home countries. And finally tonight, international news. Amid a devastating pandemic and the threat of domestic terrorism, Joe Biden was sworn in as the 46th President of the United States shortly before noon today, pledging to unite the country and calling on Americans to end the uncivil war that has fractured the nation.
On we, the people, who seek a more perfect union. This is a great nation. We are good people. And over the centuries, through storm and strife, in peace and in war, we've come so far, but we still have far to go.
In a ceremony at the U.S. Capitol that kept with tradition while being unlike any other inauguration in U.S. history, Mr. Biden took the oath of office before a small, socially distant audience in a city that has been locked down because of the dual threats of COVID-19, which has killed over 400,000 Americans and worries over another attack just 2 weeks after the deadly riot at the Capitol. In an impassioned address, Mr. Biden repeatedly stressed the need for unity, calling it the only path forward.
We'll press forward with speed and urgency, for we have much to do in this winter of peril and significant possibilities. Much to repair, much to restore, much to heal, much to build, and much to gain.
Moments before Mr. Biden's swearing in, Kamala Harris was sworn in as the first woman, the first Black American, and the first South Asian American Vice President by Justice Sonia Sotomayor, the first Latina member of the Supreme Court. At age 78, Biden is the oldest president to take office. And that is your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley, reporting.